Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. We're going to have a really interesting topic today, and this topic is really important for all the faculty members because during the exams, we do need all these options to apply in the exam system. An effective assessment system isn't really about grades, it's about guiding our students to learn better and grow faster. That's exactly why I'm excited to share with you some practical time saving. So there are different ways to make your assessment process smoother and far more impactful. I'm Dr. Shakil Ahmed and I belong to eLearning Center, Jazan University, where I work closely with faculty development and e-learning. Today in this session, titled Streamlined Assessment in Blackboard Ultra, Creating, Grading, and Giving Feedback. We are going to explore simple and powerful techniques to create assessments quickly, grade them efficiently, and deliver feedback that actually helps students improve. By the end of this session, you'll walk away with the practical ideas that will save you time while making your teaching even more effective. So let's dive in. Before taking the start, let us see that what we're gonna cover in this session. So this is a basically quick look at what you will gain from this session. By the end of today's training, you will be able to design assessments that are clearly aligned with your course outcomes using Blackboard Ultra tools. We will also focus on how to apply simple and consistent grading strategies that can save you time. So in addition to that, you will learn how to give feedback that is clear, timely, and helpful for students learning. And finally, we'll see how learning analytics can support you in making better teaching and the decision based on real student performance. So let's have a look why streamlined assessment does matter. So we're gonna take, understanding, we're gonna develop the understanding why streamlined assessment really matters. When our assessments are well structured, they directly support learning outcomes by clearly linking to course learning outcomes that are called CLOs and prime learning outcomes PLOs, which improves the overall quality and compliance of our courses. So this alignment also plays an important role in meeting accreditation and quality assurance requirements. At the same time, streamlined assessment help us save a lot of time, especially in grading, by making the process faster and more organized. So it also simplifies scoring. So instead of dealing with complex grading, we can focus more on supporting the students' learning and improvements instead of focusing on more the grading systems. On this slide, you can find out few more important reasons why streamlined assessment is essential in our teaching. First is it ensures fair and transparent grading by using clear rubrics and consistent criteria, which reduces bias and builds trust among students. When students understand how they are being assessed, they feel more confident and engaged. It also helps in engaging and motivating students through structured tasks, active participations, and giving them a sense of ownership in their learning, which definitely leads to better performance. So at the same time, it allows us to manage large classrooms more effectively by supporting multiple sections. So we're going to handling different learning needs and maintaining consistent and continue quality across the students. Now, importantly, assessment types in Blackboard Learn Ultra, because this is also important because the platform gives us multiple options to assess students in a flexible and effective way. We can use tests and quizzes for checking understanding, discussions to encourage interactions and critical thinking, and assignments for more detailed students' work. In addition to that, we also have group assessments, which supports collaborative learning, and surveys, which help us collect feedback from students. So instead of relying on just one method, Blackboard Learn Ultra allows us to use a mix of assessment types based on our course needs. So here we gonna see that what kind of types we do have in Blackboard Learn Ultra. So let's understand each assessment type in a bit more detail so you can decide what works best for your courses. Starting with tests and quizzes, so these are the useful for both formative and summative evaluations, and they sports like auto grading for objective questions, so which saves time. They also allow questions randomization and can provide immediate feedback to the students. Moving to assignments, these are more flexible and allow students to submit written work, projects, or even multimedia. And they support rubrics based, like different type of rubric based grading along with detailed instructor feedback. So discussions are very helpful for assessing critical thinking and communication, as they encourage peer interactions and can also be graded based on the participation. Surveys are mainly used to collect student opinions and feedback. They help in improving the course but are not used for grading. Finally, group assessments, they're going to support collaborative learning where students work together on projects. And you can still manage fair grading by evaluating both group and individual contribution, based on providing shared and individual feedback. It's time to move to the practical part of this session, focusing on how to create tests and assignments in Blackboard Learn Ultra. We'll go step by step to see how you can design assessments in a simple and effective way. First of all, we have to discuss AI question generator. AI question generator feature in Blackboard Ultra, which can really save your time. This tool allows you to create test questions directly from your course material, so you don't always have to start from scratch. It supports multiple question types, giving you flexibility based on your assessment needs. So you can also customize the questions to match your courses and the course level and objectives. Or overall, it's very helpful features that supports both quizzes and tests while making the question creation process faster and easier. So teaching benefits of AI question generator, here are some kind of like benefits which can be discussed, and that how teaching benefits of the AI generation, question generation can get it over there. One of the main advantage is that it makes quiz and test creation much easier, especially when you are short on time. So it also helps in generating questions with different levels of complexity, which supports better assessment of students' understanding. Overall, it saves a lot of time in preparing assessments while still maintaining quality. And the best part is that all AI generated questions can be edited. So once you can edit them, you can make it according to your needs. So you always have full control to adjust them according to your course needs. So what kind of question types can be supported for the Blackboard Ultra? You can use multiple choices questions for auto-graded objective assessments, which are very useful for quick evaluations. True or false questions, like They are great for checking basic understanding of the concepts. Short answer questions allow students to give brief written responses, while easy type questions help in assessing critical thinking and deeper understanding. You can also use file upload for projects and reports where students submit their work. And finally, matching questions are useful for concept pairing and definitely helping students connect related ideas in a simple way. Let's go through the workflow of the creating assessments in Blackboard Ultra step by step. First, you start from the course content area and add a new assessment. Then you may choose the type of assessment, whether it's a test, assignment, or discussion based on your learning outcome. After that, you may add clear instructions so students understand what is expected, including format and deadlines. So next, you can create your questions or prompts, making sure they align with your learning objectives and include a mix of question types. Then you set grading options such as points, due dates, and number of attempts. You can also attach a rubric to make grading more transparent and consistent. Finally, you preview the assessment from the student's view and then release it once everything is ready. On the coming slide, we are going to have some more detailed explanation step by step. I gonna explain that how does it work. First, simply, we have already discussed that you need to open the course. Maybe you already know about these steps, but we are going to have more detailed discussion in coming slide. Simply open the course, and in the courses, you need to select your course. You can see over here, you need to select the course and then click on your course in this area. Then simply click on the content, and in the content area, there is one bar. You can find out the plus button. Once you click on that one, you can have, there is a list of options in front of you: create, auto generations, copy content, and there are so many other options available in this list. You simply need to click on create button. Once you click on the create button, on the right side, you can find out a new like box with the name of assessment. You can find out in the assessment, you can have three different options: test, assignment, forms. And on the bottom, you can have participation and engagement, discussions, and journals. First, you need to click on the test. For example, you're going to create the test, so you simply click on test option. Once you click on the test option, similarly, again, there is one bar available on the center. You can find out the plus button. Once you click on this one, you can have a list of options in front of you. There are different type of questions which are, I mean, which can be easily available and supported to the Blackboard Learn Ultra. So here you can have a list of options. The first one, auto generate questions. For example, you want to generate the questions using the AI tool. So you can click on this one, and in coming slide, we will see that how you can do it and how you can follow all these steps. Next, you can have the add question pools. If you already created questions are available in the pool, you can select from them. Add calculated formula questions. You can add the different type of formula questions, numeric questions, essay questions, and fill in the blanks. So there is a long list. You can have like hotspot questions, matching questions, multiple choices, true, false, like gem sentences questions, reuse questions. So if you already have some questions which been saved on your system, you can reuse them, or you can upload the questions from a file you already saved from the previous semesters in your course or on your the system. So once you've done any of the options you want to choose, once you click on this one, then you can move ahead. Now we are going to create a test by using the auto generate questions. So enter the description, select the course items if needed, select the question type, complexity and number of questions, then click on generate. You can have an option. You can, this is the red box, it means the description. Description is really important for either you're going to create any kind of content or the test or the assignments, whatever you want to create using the AI generation tool. You need to give a complete description. A good descriptions can bring the good results. So you need to learn that how you can enter a short description, learning objectives, or the different type of topics that can help the system to create the assessment according to your outcomes, according to your objectives, according to your learning module. The second option that is optional, select course items. For example, you want to create the questions from a specific course material, so you can select from here. The next one, question types. You need to choose the question type. Either the complexity level is low to high. For example, is the a new class. This is the first semester, so you can select the low complexity level. So later on, the semester 2 or 3 or 4, in the later semesters, or once the students is more fluent with the course outcome, you can choose the complexity level high. Then number of questions you can choose over there. And once you have created everything, on the right side, you need to click on add one assignment. So right now we are creating the assignments from the AI generation. So once you click on this one, that's it. It means all the questions being generated by using the AI content. Then you can find out some options on top: content and settings, submissions, student activity, question analysis. So basically, this page can give you the options after adding the questions. So this is basically assessment setting. On one, content in settings, on right side, you can find out in assessment settings, there is a due date, grade category, gradings, attempt allowed, and original report. So all these options you can set it according to your needs. And once you're done, you simply click on the next setting to preview. In assessment settings, on the bottom, you can find out originality report. So you need to enable safe assign. Safe assign is basically to check the plagiarism in the assignment. So once you enable these options, automatically once the student submit their assignments online, this system would have to check that either it's been copied from the other materials, or is do they have any kind of like plagiarism, or is the free of plagiarism. So this can give you an idea that either student submitting their own work, or this is being like copied from someone. So allow students to read the safe assign originality report for their attempts. So this is like this option is optional, and so you can select this option. So students, once they submit it, they can see that safe assign originality report for their attempt. So they can see that how much their work being copied from others' work. So this is one of the good options. Once you're done, click on the save button. So all these options we have discussed in the previous slides. In this video, we have generated one video that gonna give you the real environment, a scenario that how you can generate all these options by yourself. So let's have a look. In this video, this is a demo video. This can give you a more clear idea that how you can create the assignment or assessment. Hi everyone, in this video we are going to explore the AI generated content features inside Blackboard Ultra. To access it, simply click on the courses button and then open the course content area. Here click on the plus button, and from the options select auto generated content. Once you click on this, you will see the magic. Content will be generated automatically. You can further customize it by adding descriptions and adjusting other available options. On the bottom, you can have title prefix from here, topic, units, week, chapter, module, whatever the topic you want or title, you can select it. Then you can include the images, include the descriptions, and then you can set the complexity level and number of learning modules. Once you have done, click on the generate button, and on the right side you can have the AI generated all the informations which you can add to the course. But this is auto generated content and needs to be checked for accuracy. So here is the content. You can make it visible to the students or hide from the students. Click again on the plus button and click on the create content. Here we are going to create one test by using the AI content generation. Could you please confirm that you can have a clear voice for this demo video? You can easily understand what I am saying. Click on the test button, and then you can find out so many options and click on the plus, and then on the first option you have to click on the auto generated content. You need to add the descriptions for your test. A description should be in detail. This is what we have discussed in the previous slide, that description is really important, because once you are giving a proper description, you are writing a proper description, so you need to learn that how to communicate with the AI tools. If you are not, because this is technology and it can't work without the humans. The human directions are really important. So whatever you are going, because the technology is not going to respond what you are looking for, the technology is going to respond to what you are writing to the technology and how you are interacted with the technology. So a proper description can bring the good results. So you need to learn that how to describe yourself, to ask the technology that what you are looking for with all the information you want inside the test. Then you have to select the question types, essay, fill in the blanks, and there are so many other options in the list. I have selected multiple choices. Then you have to select the complexity level and set the number of questions. You can click on advanced options and you can select the output language, English, Arabic, or any other language. Once done, click on the generator button. And here we go. We have all the options, and based on this description, but remember this is auto generated content and needs to be checked for accuracy and biasness. You can find out the questions and then their answers, and correct answers being, like mentioned over there. So you can see that earlier you were spending, so many time, like so many hours to develop all these kind of questions. Sometimes you were, writing down all the questions in the Word, and then you were exporting and everything and preparing all the questions. But now what is happening, like with this upgrade in Ultra, like auto generated questions, everything can be done with one single click. But again, I'm telling you that you need to learn that how to describe yourself to the technologies in the discipline section. It should be precise but summary form. So what you are looking for, then you can have the exact like output what you need for your courses and for the exam system. Again, this is auto generated content and needs to be checked for accuracy and biasness. Select the questions you want to add in the assessment and click on add to assessment, and here it go. You can go and check originality report, and you can make it enable safe assign, You already know that by allowing students to view the safe assign originality report for their attempts, you can make check, exclude submissions from the institution. It's up to you. Either you can check or keep it unchecked. Click on save button. You can set the date or no due date. You can explore rest of the options and click on the check boxes which options you need for the presentation. You can choose the formative tools or grading category. You can select the attempts, grade usings and maximum points as well. You can select evaluation options. There are so many options in this list, so it's up to you to go and explore all these options, and whatever the options you like, you can turn it on. Even you can set the assessment security by access code, or even you can have the restricted location for the test. In the additional tools, you can set the time limit, you can have the goals and standards. In goals and standard options, you can verify and set the criteria. You can set the description for this test as well. And once done, click on save button. And that's all. Your test is ready to deploy. Thanks for watching. I hope you got an idea that how we can go through with the different type of like assessment settings. So this is what like I have discussed earlier, two or three different steps. I'm trying to show you that how you can create the assessment by using the AI generated modules. So first we chose the snapshots, and then I play the tutorial video which I have recorded myself, so that can give you a clear idea. So this presentation, basically this session is being designed for purely specifically for the assessment section. So any of the assessment related things or grading related things, you can have a clear idea by end of this session. So keep in touch and keep continue be participated in this session, so this can give you a clear idea that how you can work with assessments. And later in the end of the presentation, we can have a question answer sessions if you want, and if you still have any query, I'm here to answer you all. We'll move to the next part, which is creating a question bank using AI in Blackboard Learn Ultra. So this will help you organize questions effectively, efficiently, and reuse them easily across different assessments. Hold on a moment. Similarly, again, you need to open the course settings, which we have discussed earlier, that if you want to create any kind of assessment, you need to go and open your specific course. And once you click on this one, the next, you need to click on the question banks. On the right side, you can have a different option, list of option details and actions. On the bottom, you can find out question banks. And once you click on this one, again, similar options. There is a bar in front of you, and there is a plus button. Once you click on this one, you can have a list of options in front of you. That is new, import from file, and import from Qt1 2.1 package auto generate, again available in this option. So once you want to reuse the question bank, simply, for example, you are going to have it again, the similar options: define question, what kind of questions you want to create, the description. Similarly, you need to put the descriptions according to your objectives and outcomes of the learning. And then if you want a specific material where you want to create the question bank, simply select course items. Next, similar options, the question types you need to select over there, and the complexity level, either low to high, whatever the range, you need to slide the bar to from left to right to make it more harder or high complexity level. Once done, you need to add one to question bank. So once you click on this one, simply in this slide, you can see that simply click on auto generate to use AI features. So enter descriptions, select the question type, set the complexity level, set the number of questions, and you can generate in the end, and you can add this question into the question bank. So this is basically the AI generated features for the question bank, to create the question bank. So here is again video demo, which can give you a more clear idea that how you can create the question bank by using the AI tool.
Blackboard offers an AI tool to help you generate question banks from provided content. To use it, go to Manage Banks. Select the plus sign, and then auto-generate.
So here is a similar option which I show you in the snapshot, that you can find out three different options. New, you are going to create the new question bank. Import from file, if you already have some question and you want to import, you can do it. But here we are going to auto generate by using the AI tool. So we have to click on the auto generate button. And we suppose this is the first time we are going to create the question bank. So auto generate option could be the best options for for creating a question bank and managing question bank as well.
Add a description to guide the content generation. Choose relevant course items if needed.
So description is again really important to guide the system that what actually you are looking for, and then rest of the options you can select from this list.
And select the desired question type.
So this is what question type. You're going to prepare the essay type questions, fill in the blanks, matching multiple choices question, true, false. So here is a long list of options, and you can select the question type from this list.
You can also
in one question bank, you can select the different type of question types. For example, first you have to create the 5 questions by using the true, false. Then you can again create the essay type questions or multiple choice question, whatever you want. You can create in a question bank by using the auto generation AI tool.
So adjust the complexity and the number of questions. When you are ready, select Generate. After the questions are generated, you can select the ones you want to include in your question bank. Simply choose the desired questions.
So this is again a new flexibility in this system, that you have created 5 or 10 questions, but not all the questions, the generated questions, are according to your objectives or learning outcomes. You don't need to select all. You can select the required questions which are really representing your objectives, course outcomes, and you can select according to your needs. Not it's not mandated to select everything by to add in the question bank. So again, it's a flexibility from the system.
And select Add to Question Bank. The bank will then be created, and you can access it to modify its name and edit questions as needed.
So again, another flexibility that once it's been created, even then you can make the added in the descriptions. You can add it the name, you can add it the questions, whatever you want, you can do it, and all the control is in the faculty's hand. It's not that you have been generated from the system and it's obligatory for you to use all of them. No.
Quick way to generate and customize your own question bank.
So this is what like that how you can generate the AI question bank into the system. Now the time to discuss about the grading tools in Blackboard Ultra, that how you can move inside this one. So now we are going to focus on grading tools in Blackboard Ultra and how they can simplify your work. We will look at how to manage grading efficiently and provide clear, meaningful feedback to the students. Blackboard Ultra provides a variety of grading tools that make the evaluation process more efficient and consistent. For example, rubrics-based grading helps ensure fairness and transparency while also saving time. So auto grading is very useful for objective questions as it gives instant results and reduced workload for the teachers. You can also provide audio or video feedback, which adds a more personal touch and improves students' understanding. In addition, inline annotation allows you to comment directly on student submissions, making feedback more clear and specific. The overall feedback box helps you summarize performance and guide improvement. And finally, Gateway integration automatically records grades and helps you track students' progress accurately. Rubrics play a very important role in making grading clear and consistent. So let's understand how rubrics work in Blackboard Ultra and how they can support fair evaluation. But I have a question over here. Any one of you created the rubric for your assignment? Any one of you? And is it like play a good role for the assessment or the assignments, or it can burdenize the faculty? I have a question for you guys, a quick question, if you are with me, that did anyone created the rubric in Blackboard Ultra? We have 30 seconds to answer. Any one of you have been created the rubrics in Blackboard Learn Ultra? Are you guys with me? So let's have a look. Rubrics basically make grading much clearer, not on BB. This is one of the best options being created by and giving you from the Blackboard Learn Ultra, which can you can create the rubrics which can automatically check your assignments and give the feedback to the students. So let's have a look. If you've not been using Dr. Taiba, okay, it means you're not familiar with the rubric. So this slide is for you. So focus on this one, that how you can create the rubrics and how can utilize all these different type of rubrics in your assignment. So this can help you and reduce your work in inside the classrooms. So rubrics basically uh, it gonna give you the much clearer for the both teachers and students that how you can make the grading. So they help set expectations from the start, so the students know exactly what is required from them, At the same time, they save a lot of grading time because scoring becomes quick and structured. They also improve consistency, so every student is evaluated fairly. So in the end, rubrics force transparency and give meaningful feedback, which helps students improve and feel more confident about their results. Before moving ahead, we have to discuss about the rubric types. Not all rubrics are the same, and each type serves a different purpose. So a point-based rubric is useful when you want clear scoring, where each criteria has the specific marks and the total is calculated easily. A percentage rubric works well for weighted assessments, especially when some criteria are more important than others. On the other hand, a qualitative rubrics focuses more on detailed feedback rather than numbers. So, which is helpful when you want to guide students' improvement instead of just giving a score. So, there are three types of rubrics which are available, which we have just discussed. That point based, if you want to give them the numbers to mean like in the grading systems. And the second one, percentage level, because some assignments, some parts are really important, so you can weight them according to the percentage. And the third one is not for related to the points or the percentage level, that is qualitative rubric. This is basically sometimes like you do have the assignments that doesn't belongs to the gradings, but you want to give them a complete and detailed feedback on their assessment. So this is qualitative rubrics does work over there. So all these three rubrics types are really important. So at the time of creation, you need to keep in your mind that what actually you're looking for and what type of type is important for you. So now here we are going to discuss more in detail rubrics in Blackboard Ultra. So how you can add the rubrics to Blackboard Learn Ultra. So this video is going to give you an idea that how you can create, how you can manage, you can edit the rubrics. So you can have a clear focus in this demo video.
The first thing that we want to do is go to the Gradebook tab located on the
To create the rubrics, first you need to click on the Gradebook tab.
top of your screen. And once we're in the Gradebook tab, we want to go to the Gradebook settings, which is the
On the right most side, you can find out the setting wheel that is the basically Gradeboard settings. You need to click on this one.
gear icon on the top right. Gradebook settings then open up. And we're going to scroll about midway through our course. We'll see.
So once you click on this one, you need to scroll it down, and on the midway, you can find out grade categories.
Grade categories, and right below grade categories, we have course rubrics. Now with this big
So in this option, you can find out course rubrics. You can click on the create new, or if you have already created one, you can make changes over there.
button here, you can create a brand new rubric. You can see that we have those example rubrics here. I'm going to just click on one of these so we can take a look at what a rubric looks like. That has editable fields for criteria. We can.
So this is one of the already created rubrics. You can find out there are different columns and rows, and all these are editable. You can make editing according to your needs and requirement of the assessment.
Edit the titles. We can remove titles. We can add more fields if we want, 5 this way and more going this way. We have each category and the total. We can adjust these based on percentage range, point or point range. And Blackboard has a fantastic video to show you all the different settings of how.
So this is what we have discussed earlier, that there are rubric types. There are 3 types. You can find out in this list that once you click on rubric types, you can find out all 3 types. Whatever the type you want to select, you can select in this area.
Build a rubric. So specifically, I wanted to just show you guys how to assign this rubric to assignments, how you can use the same rubric for multiple assignments. So I'm going to retitle this here so we know exactly which one we are looking at, and I'm going to hit save. So they're all alphabetical order here on the right. You can see that my testing rubric is down here at the bottom.
And you can create the more than one rubrics for according to your requirements, and then later on you can use them for your assignments. You can attach them with your assignments.
And if I want to go and edit any one of these, it does have an ellipsis by the side. I can duplicate, so I can make a copy of this, or I can manage all of these by deleting them. So now that I have a testing rubric,
Not only you can create, you can multiply, you can duplicate, you can delete as well.
out there, I'm going to go into the content of my course. And first, I'm going to find a gradable item. So I know that I have some here in Module 1. I have one that's titled Learning Activity. I'm going to go into this learning activity.
So all these steps you can finding out in this demo video. They are going to tell you that how you can attach the rubrics with your learning outcomes or with your assessment or assignment.
See that it doesn't have a grading rubric here in our settings. So I'll go into my assignment settings. And if I scroll down to the bottom, it will have use grading rubric under.
So this is what I want to show you, that you just need to open your assignments which you are going to submit or publish to the students, or in the setting in the midway you can find out course rubrics, so you can assign from this area. Look at this one.
Additional tools. So I can hit add grading rubric. I could then go and find this rubric, and I can either view it and see what one is this the right one that I want, or
Once you click on the add rubrics, you can have a list of rubrics in front of you, whatever the rubrics you have already created. So in this list, you can see, you can view or attach directly with your assignment.
and just hit add. And now you can see that it has added this testing rubric. In order to remove this, I can just simply hit the trash can icon. But I'm going to hit save at the bottom. And now we can see that the rubric itself is attached to this learning activity gradable item. Going back to my module 1, I can see that I have a formative assessment. I have an assignment, with a rubric. So if I wanted to assign.
Before moving on, I would like to give you an idea that what is actually rubrics definition. Rubric definitions, for example, there is an assignment about that how to write an application for specific purposes. Application could have top options that whom to like you are going to write this applications, then subject, then the body, and then in the end. So you can set the criteria. If someone follow the exact steps to send the applications on the top, for example, to the dean of the administration and tower building design university. So this is the first part. So someone, if someone has written well, so it could be allotted, for example, 3 points. And then you can see the subject, you can set it over there, that if someone have written a well structured subject heading, so it could have the 1 point. And then the body area, so for example, if someone have written over there, it belongs to, you can give them the 4 points or 3 points. So this is what like the rubrics called it, like the machine is automatically reading that if someone is following all the structured options, it can automatically assign the different points. So it's grading is more easy for you in the end, once you are someone submit the assignments and assignment in front of you. In coming slides, you can find out that how you can make the grading by using the rubrics.
That same rubric to both of these assignments, I can simply do that by going into the setting of that individual assignment. Go down to the bottom. We can see that this one has one of those sample rubrics. I can hit the trash can to delete it, and then I can add grading rubric. Find the testing rubric and hit add and save. So now that testing rubric is being used for multiple assignments. You do have the ability to add this to a discussion. So I have a discussion here, or you can go to your discussion tab on the top of your course, find a discussion, and go in to the settings and find that this one has a rubric. I'm going to hit the trash can, add grading rubric, and I can go down to the bottom and hit add. So now that grading rubric is used at 3 levels. One is an item, a gradable item is an activity. The other one's an assignment. And here we have a discussion. So you're able to use rubrics for multiple assignments. Now, say I wanted to move this discussion into another course. I can simply copy this. I can go out to that course. I can copy this discussion and move it into that. And if the grading rubric is attached to this, the grading rubric will come with that assignment. If it is not attached, the rubric will not come to that assignment. Currently, this
Another important part, like for example, you have created one rubric and you have created one assignment and you attach the rubrics. You want to copy this assignment or discussions to another course. You can simply copy and to another course, and whatever you have attached the rubrics, it will move on with this discussion or assignments to another option.
is June 2022. Currently, Blackboard doesn't have the ability to move rubrics between courses or copy specific rubrics, individual courses. So you want to attach them to an assignment, move that assignment into that next course, and then you'll have that rubric with it. So let's review. You're going to go to your Gradebook tab at the top of your course. You're going to go to Gradebook Settings, which is this gear icon, and scroll down to the bottom and you'll find course rubrics. You can edit a rubric by clicking on the rubric. You can go and edit any of these fields. You can add points. You can change the rubric type, whether it's percentage or percentage range, point or point range. You can name the rubric what you want it to be. Once it's done, then you're able to attach it to assignments. I hope this video was.
So this is what, like, how we can have like how we can go ahead and you can grade with using the rubric. So this is one of the best options which can be used, and this tutorial gave you an idea that how you can prepare the rubrics, how you can attach the rubrics with your assignments and assessments.
After you create a rubric and associate it with an assessment or discussion, you can use it.
This is another video tutorial which can give you an idea that how you can create and attach the rubrics with the assignment.
Grading. Let's take a look from your gradebook. Select the assessment you want to grade.
This demo would give you an idea that how you can make the assessment by using the rubrics. The last video gave you an idea that how you can create and attach this one.
On the submissions page, select a student name to access the submission. On the student submission page, the grade pill displays a rubric icon. Select the grade pill to.
So on the top right side, you can find out the rubric icon. So you simply go to the gradebook, open any of the students and to see the submitted options and assignments, and then on the top in the green box you can find out rubrics options. Simply click on this one.
Open the rubric in a panel next to the student's work. Now you can select the achievement levels for each criterion. The rubric score saves automatically as you make selections.
So this is what, like, you have created the rubrics and you attached with the assignments, and here you can have all the options. You simply see and you can assign, make the points according to your rubrics.
If you want to add feedback to the student, select the Overall Feedback tab to open the panel and type feedback for the student. You can add overall feedback, or you can add per criteria feedback.
So you can read the assignment and you can simply click on the right side in the rubrics and the points been assigning over there. So scoring and grading could be really easy. And in the end, if you want to give a criterion feedback or a detailed feedback to the students about the assignments, you can put it over here.
When you're ready for the student to view the grade, select the More Options icon and then the Post Grades option.
So this is what once you have done with the rubrics grading, simply on the right top corner, there are three dots. Simply click on these three dots and there are different options available in this one. So on the top, you can click on the post grades. So all these grades can be shown in the grade book. I hope you got an idea that how to create the rubrics and how you can have the grading by using the rubrics. Managing grades becomes simple and organized when you use the gradeboard efficiently. Let's see how Blackboard Ultra helps you track, calculate, and manage students' performance in one place. So next one is grading options. Grading is in Blackboard Ultra is flexible. So you can choose what works best for your workflow. So you can grade students by student when you want to focus on individual performance, or grade by questions to keep evaluation consistent across the class. For objective questions, auto grading saves time by giving instant results. For essays and assignments, manual grading allows you to apply rubrics and give more detailed feedback where it matters most. Because you know that if you have the questions that are true, false, or the multiple choice questions, it can have the options to have auto grading. You don't need to go with the manual grading, but if you could have the essays type of questions and some kind of like the assignments, you need to go with the manual grading system. So that are different type of grading systems, so which you need to follow with this one. So let's have a look that how does it work.
The gradebook in Blackboard is the place where you can find all the gradable items and submissions of your students. Let's have a look. In the left-hand menu, you have access to all your course's grading tasks on the grades page. You can see the average grade for the course and quickly scan everything you need to grade in just a glance. If you are on the course, you can access the gradebook from the navigation bar. Here you can grade coursework, manage items, and post grades. You have access to 4 different views. Overview allows you to have a quick glance on items that need grading or posting. The Gradable Items view shows all the things you can grade in your course. You can see due dates, grading status, and categories. You can also post grades and change how the overall course grade is calculated. The Grades view shows each student's grade for an assignment. Each row is a student and each column is something you can grade. You can use the arrows to sort the columns up or down. The Students view shows a list of all your students when they last accessed the course and their overall grades, if set up. A purple flag appears next to the names of students with grading accommodations. From the Gradable Items view, select an item to begin reviewing submissions. You can search for a student or group and use the filter menu to display only those submissions that need grading. Next, select a student's name to open the submission. Enter a grade for the submission and provide feedback as needed. And then move directly to the next submission.
So this is what that how you can move on with your assessments and grading so easily. Sometimes you are using the automatic grading, and even for the manual grading, you can create the rubrics which can make it more easy for you to grade your assessments.
When finished, select Post Grades and close the flexible grading interface. Back on the course gradebook page, you can add an item or calculation. Finally, from the Gradebook Settings panel, you can manage grading schemas, enable the option to assign automatic zeros for past due work, create and manage grade categories, and create or generate rubrics.
So let's have a look about grade assignments with flexible grading, that how we can have the grading assignments and how does it work with this one.
Flexible grading offers an enhanced grading experience, giving instructors the freedom to grade according to their preferred methods. You can start grading from the Activity screen, Submissions tab of an assignment, or the Gradebook. In the Flexible Grading page, you have several sections: Students panel, Submission information, and the Feedback rubric panel. Expand the Students panel to see the list of students who submitted an assignment. Use the Grading Status filter to view all students, or select the Needs Grading filter to focus on pending grading tasks. A purple flag icon indicates accommodations next to a student's name. If a student has late submissions or the due date passed with no
This is a really good options from the Blackboard Learn Ultra, and this is called flexibility grading, that if someone is an absent, it can have the red circles over there. If some submissions need attention over there, there is another option. So whatever the options you want to choose, you can easily choose in this area.
attempt submitted, a red circle appears around their profile picture. Once you're ready, select Post Grades to release grades for all graded students. In the center, you can see the submission information. At the top, you can view the submission receipt number and timestamp. Show or hide the assessment content displayed to a student when they attempt a submission. If the student submitted more than one file, they appear on separate tabs you can move between. Expand or collapse the Feedback and Rubric side panel to add feedback for the attempt or grade, with a rubric if one is available. When you post grades, students can view feedback you provided for each attempt. You can embed an audio or video recording of your feedback in the editor as you grade attempts. The recording option appears in the feedback editor for most graded items.
This is one of the best options for the faculty if you want to create or record the window over here, and this is the visual feedback for the students. It could have more effective option which can be used by the teachers.
In your course, students watch or listen to your feedback alongside any text you include. To grade, select a performance level in each grading criterion by selecting the desired score value. As you select the performance level, the grade updates. You can deselect a performance level.
So this is what like the rubrics being created over there. If someone is really outstanding, mean like about you find out this assessment or assignment is really good, you can select the outstanding, you can select the proficient level, developing level. So whatever the level you select, according to them, the points can be assigned over there. So it's up to you that how do you feel that this assessment belongs to really outstanding, proficient, or developing phase.
And choose another if needed. In the More Options menu, you can post an individual grade, override a grade, exclude or delete an attempt. When done,
So other than post grades, you can override the final grades, exclude the attempts, you can delete the attempts. So whatever you want, you can select from this list.
Select the X in the top left corner to close flexible grading.
So that's what I hope you got an idea that how you can have the flexible grading use inside the gradebook. So this is one of the best option which can help you to understand and utilize the different options. Now the time to discuss about gradebook and efficient grading, that how you can have the different type of features and how the different type of efficient tips can be used over there. The grade book in Blackboard Ultra is designed to make grading more efficient and organized. So you get real-time updates as students submit their work. And the needs grading filter helps you quickly focus on pending tasks. It also gives you a clear overview of the student performance so you can track progress easily, and you can export grades wherever needed. To work more efficiently using rubrics and comment banks can save time and keep feedback consistent. So it also helps to grade in short sessions and focus on priority items first. So the quality of the grading stays high in this area. So look at this one. On the left side, you can find out the different type of the features. On the right side, different type of like efficient tips. So you can use them efficiently. You can go ahead with the real-time updates, news grading filters, students performance overview, or export grades. And you can use the rubrics. You can standardize grading and save time. This can help you because we have discussed a lot in the previous slides. You can use the comment banks. You can provide the consistent feedback quickly. You can have the grade in short sessions. You can avoid fatigue and maintain quality. And you can have the prioritized needs grading so you can focus on pending assignments first. Hide irrelevant attempts, simplify view, and reduce confusion. So this is a really a good efficient tips which can help you to reduce your task and help to reduce your work as well. So how many types of feedback? Like feedback is not just about giving marks, it is about guiding students to improve. In Blackboard Learn Ultra, you can give inline comments directly on students' work for specific guidance, or use rubric-based feedback to keep evaluation clear and structured. Overall feedback helps summarize performance and suggest improvements. So you can also use audio or video feedback. In the last slides in the demo video, you can see I show you that you can have a video feedback to make your response more personal and engaging, which often helps students understand better and stay motivated. So once you gonna send them the audio or video message, so I think that would be more impressive and more interactive with the students by using the different types. Blackboard Learn Ultra assessment and their feedback. So assessments and feedbacks are at the core effective teaching and learning. So let's explore how Blackboard Learn Ultra supports both in simple and structured way.
Leaving audio or video feedback is a pretty simple process with Blackboard Ultra Course View's new feedback editor. Go down to where you leave your feedback next to the assignment or activity, access the Insert Content drop-down menu, and choose Recording. The first time you access this tool, you may be prompted to allow your browser to use your webcam and/or microphone. Be sure to do so. When you're ready, you can record just audio feedback simply by clicking the Record button, or if you want to have audio and video, enable the webcam icons thusly. Then click Record. It will give you a countdown where you can prep to get yourself ready for the camera and begin recording your video. You will note that your video will be on and you would start recording and providing feedback to your students. In this way, you can connect them with your face and/or voice when giving feedback around an assignment or activity. When you're done, press the Stop button. Or if you need to take a moment to pause, press the pause recording button and then continue recording. When you're done, press stop, then choose save and exit. It then places the recording right in your feedback area. When you're done, provide the student, save your feedback, provide the student with the grade, and continue on. Thank you, and that's how you add audio and video feedback.
So did you notice that how easy to send audio and video feedback to the students? So this is one of the best options which can be more interactive for the faculty and for the students to interact with each other. So I believe you can use like audio or video feedback for your assignments, so that can have more good results and you can have more good connectivity with the students as well. So analytics helps you move from guessing to making informed decisions about your students. In Blackboard Learn Ultra, you can use item analysis to see how questions are performing and grade distributions to understand overall class results. It also allows you to track students' participation so you can identify who is active and who might need support. More importantly, analytics help you spot learning gaps early so you can adjust your teaching and improve student outcomes. So let's have a look at how does it work.
Instructors take pride in seeing their students succeed, but also feel their pain when they fall behind. Blackboard is working to increase the visibility of student performance, so instructors are aware of the students who need more attention and can take action before it's too late. Student performance is most recognizable during grading opportunities and is also reflected in a student's overall grade. But often, it's too late to have an impact by the time grades are posted. Blackboard makes it easy to monitor the progress of your students and their assessments. On any assessment, instructors can open the activity panel to see which students have submitted, which ones have only started, and which students might be falling behind. And if you need to, it's easy to send those students a message. While current activity can help instructors identify problems with specific grading opportunities, it doesn't help them get ahead of potential problems. That's why we've integrated predictive analytics right into the classroom. At any moment, instructors can find out which students are performing well and which students are at risk.
So this is one of the best option again from the Blackboard Learn Ultra that can give you an idea about your class that you, for example, you do have 35 to 40 students and you can find out who is performing well and who is performing under. So you can communicate with the specific students, those who are not like performing well, so it can increase the visibility of the students who are behind the targets or objectives.
Blackboard's predictive analytics allow you to view the risk profile of a particular student, taking into account their grading performance and classroom activity compared to their classmates, so you can spot potential issues before they turn into insurmountable problems. And because the workflows are integrated, faculty can arrange to meet one-on-one with the student either in person or via their Collaborate room. At Blackboard, we know that faculty feel personally responsible for the outcome of their students. That's why we're giving them the tools to identify problems and intervene before it's too late.
So that's how you can have the analytics to utilize in the Blackboard Learn Ultra. This is, I believe, best options to use, and you need to identify if anyone is behind. Maintaining academic integrity is also essential because Blackboard Learn Ultra provides simple ways to support it. You can randomize questions so each student gets a different version, which reduces answer sharing. So setting time limits help keep assessments focused and fair. Creating multiple versions of exams add another layer of security. So at the same time, clear policies make expectations obvious for students, and designing authentic, real world assessment, encouraging genuine and learning instead of copying. So, what is the conclusion for all this? Blackboard Learn Ultra give you a complete set of tools to improve both assessment. This is basically, we are approaching to end of the presentations. We have discussed lot of different things, because from starting from the quizzes, assessments, AI tools, and then we move to rubrics, and then we move to grading and flexible grading to the analytics. So all these things being related with the from start to end, we try to connect with each other. So here in the conclusions, it definitely it helps you design better outcomes, focused assessments, manage grading in a more efficient way, and provide timely feedback that truly supports students' learning. At the same time, the built-in analytics allow you to understand students' performance and take action where needed. Overall, it makes teaching more organized, more effective, and more impactful for both teachers and students. So I hope the complete details gave you an idea that how you can prepare yourself for the better assessment and grading. So great teaching begins with the thoughtful assessments, and meaningful feedback completes the learning journey. Thank you for your time and participations. If you have any query, if you have any questions, I'm here to answer you. I try to cover each and everything related to the assessment from scratch to the end. So I hope you got an idea. And in near future, if you are going to prepare any kind of assessment assignment, that would give you an idea that that how useful the different options are inside Blackboard Learn Ultra. If you have any question, I'm here to answer. Great pleasure to have you all in this session. It's time for signing off.